How's it going, everybody? World Money Wins here. Welcome back to my channel. I figured I'd do an update. About a year ago, March, I did a video about Goldbacks. They're really pretty looking. They're a currency that several states are using alongside the US dollar. And so I noticed some people that have been looking at or doing videos about Goldbacks have mentioned their fragility, but they are made of real gold, laminated with some polymer. And so people have been saying that they're kind of fragile, but they're not at all. So I figured I'd put it to the test, and I put one in my wallet. I use a front pocket wallet with a clip. So I've been carrying it in my wallet for a year, and it goes in and out of my wallet every day. And I put my money inside of it. And I figured I'd give you an update, show what it looks like. I don't have any money in my wallet right now, so that's my wallet there. But let me get $1 out here. So normally, this is the Goldback here. Normally, when I take money out, I'll take it all out and wrap the Goldback around the money, and then slide it into the clip. So it's been in and out of this clip. This is one of those Ridge wallets, titanium or whatever. And so it comes in and out every day, and this is what the Utah Goldback looks like new. Really beautiful. And this is what mine looks like after a year of abuse. And some of the abuse was intentional because I really wanted to see how to destroy it. You see some crinkles along here. This is where I tried to tear it. You can't really tear it. And then there's a little bit of delamination in the corners. This delamination here I did on purpose because I noticed the corners were peeling up just slightly. A little teeny bit in the corner. You see I don't know if you can see it, but very slightly. Let me zoom out a bit. Maybe that'll help the focusing. Little tiny bit of delamination here in the corner. And so I grabbed it. I figured maybe I could pull it in half. So I pulled on it, and this is how far it could go. I got it to go this far. It's kind of curled under here. This thing has been outside the United States, all over the place. And so that's as far as it would go. Because I was figuring, well, maybe it's time to destroy it. So I haven't looked at the inside. There's a little bit of I really don't look at this that much, pulling it in and out. Nothing on my thumb. But I think it holds up to abuse better than dollars do. It's more durable than a dollar. And so what I was thinking was, this isn't an investment. This isn't something you stack to hedge against inflation or to, to stack, basically. Although some of these have gone up wildly in value. The first edition ones, I think they're like over $100 for one of these. But if you go onto Goldback.com, you can see what the exchange rate is. So if you're in one of the 5 member states like Wyoming and South Dakota and Utah, New Hampshire, Nevada, there's a lot of places that actually take these. And so this is I think around $4.50 for one Goldback. So if you're buying something for $5 or for $4, you can hand them this, and they'll give you 27 cents back in change. So I figured I'd give you an update, see what this thing looks like. It's beat up, partially intentionally beat up, just to see how it goes. And from what I understand, if I wanted to, I could send this to Goldback, and they'll just send me a brand new, fresh one, and that's part of the thing. Same thing with Federal Reserve notes. Like when these get really beat up and ripped and torn and worn out, you can deposit them in the bank. Or you can take it to the bank and get a new one. You'll deposit it in the bank, and they call it MUT money, M-U-T-T, and they send those off to be destroyed and then replaced. I think they replace them with star notes. See, there's a little star here next to this. I think this is a replacement for maybe a MUT or for one that got damaged. I can't remember. It's been so long. I used to work at U.S. Bank, but I can't remember if they issued star notes for the MUTs or not. But it's kind of the same thing with these. If you send it to Goldback, they'll send you a new one. I'm not going to. I'm going to just carry this in my wallet forever until it disintegrates into nothing. Or maybe I'll give it away somewhere. I don't know. Or maybe Goldback will send me something, a wallet. One of their cool leather wallets. And then put this in their museum. Who knows? Maybe I'll keep carrying this thing. I think it's kind of cool to see how these things work. I like, thinking about alternative currencies and different ways of doing things instead of just repeating the same old stuff. It's like, oh, these are terrible for stack. The premiums. Well, what's the premium on this? I got that from Salivate Metals channel when he did an interview with the president of Goldbacks. What's the premium on a $1 bill? Right. It's not worth $1. It's just a little bit of cotton fiber paper, maybe a penny. So it's got 100 times premium on it, whereas this might have 2 times premium. So the premium on Goldbacks is wildly less than on these. So, I mean, you could use these as currency. I mean, these could replace Federal Reserve notes. It'd be more durable, and it actually has some gold value to it. Although, I mean, it's not really meant for stacking. It's meant to use like in a grocery store to buy something. And I think where a lot of people kind of fall back on is they're looking at, they always think in terms of dollars. They're like, but it cost me so much to get one. It's like, well, yeah, but then you have it's just something different. I don't know. It's hard to explain. People always want to buy these, sell them later, and get more pieces of paper. And that's one of the things that's hard to wrap your head around, or at least was hard for me to wrap my head around. And same with just precious metals, just silver and gold. So like people say, well, when are you going to sell it? I'm like, well, probably never. I mean, if I want to buy like another piece of commercial property or investment, investment that'll bring me more money. I've got gold in vaults, and most of the vault companies will offer a loan service where you can take out a loan against your precious metals, and then I could buy the item with cash, the investment property with cash, and then I would just pay myself back. So I never have to part with the gold. I don't have to pay taxes on the profits from the gold that if I would have sold it, I'd have to pay a massive amount of taxes. And who knows, they may change it to where you have no control over taxation. They could change the rules where, like, especially with like things like Bitcoin, they could say, okay, well, Bitcoin profits are taxed at 90%. So if you sell $1 million worth of Bitcoin, here you have to pay the government $900,000. They could do that. That's not, I'm not saying they're going to, but it's within their power to do it. So I always try and think of different ways to do things. So this, I think, would be a cool way to, save money. If you save these, they're guaranteed to go down in value. Next year, you'll be able to buy less with this than you can this year. With this, you should be able to buy the same amount of stuff next year as you can this year. What was I saying? Oh yeah, about the loans, like with gold bullion or silver bullion that you have stored in vaults. If you want to buy like a piece of property, you take out a loan against your bullion. The payment towards your loan is paying yourself back on the loan that you took out. And the cool thing is there's no taxable event because you didn't sell anything, and you get to write off the interest on the loan. So I don't see a downside. If there's a catastrophe where you lose your way of income or get paralyzed and you can't make money anymore, and then you have to you can't pay back your own loan, you could sell some of the metal to pay off the loan. At that point, you're going to get stung with taxes, but at that point, it doesn't really matter. You'll happily pay the taxes to keep yourself from whatever travesty is coming. But anyway, I figured I'd give you guys an update. I need to go to the bank and get some more cash because we switched to using cash for purchases now. We're not using the cards. And we find that saves us a lot of money because it's harder to part with a $100 bill than it is to just swipe a piece of plastic against a plastic machine. That's just my rambling. Hopefully We'll see if I get a bunch of Goldback hate in the comments, but I like them. I think they would be an awesome currency. Wouldn't it be cool if this was our money instead of sheets of paper that go down in value? I don't know. Let me know what you think. I'm going to get out of here and make another video tormenting Silverstruck. Anyway, have a great day, guys. See you in the next video.